they never showed up. One day, you'll stop making excuses for people, not because you became bitter, because the evidence became impossible to ignore. You'll replay the birthdays you remembered, the hospitals you visited, the messages you answered at midnight, the sacrifices no one ever asked you to make. And then you'll ask yourself one question: where was everybody when it was my turn? That question changes people, because almost everyone believes they have a tribe until life tests it. The test isn't losing money, it's not divorce, it's not illness, it's not grief. The test is this: who walks through your front door when you have nothing left to offer? Not your success, not your laughter, not your advice, just you. Because that's the day many people discover something heartbreaking. Some relationships weren't built on love. They were built on convenience. And convenience always leaves when life becomes inconvenient. Nobody prepares you for that moment. Nobody tells you that one day you'll look around the room and realize that the people you would have gone to war for wouldn't even make a phone call. You'll remember every time you showed up, every lift you gave, every late-night conversation, every crisis that became your problem, every person you carried when they couldn't carry themselves. And then you'll wonder, how did I become so easy to forget? The answer is painful. Because many people don't love us as deeply as we love them. They love what we do for them. They love how we make them feel. They love our strength, our generosity, our ability to listen, our ability to rescue. But when life breaks us, when we become tired, when we become sick, when we become the one who needs help, everything changes. The phone gets quieter, the invitations stop, the check-ins disappear, and suddenly you're sitting in the silence, wondering if any of it was real. That's a grief very few people talk about, because you're not burying someone. You're burying an illusion. The illusion that these people would be there forever. The illusion that the love was equal. The illusion that your loyalty was being matched. You start replaying your entire life, the birthday gifts, the favors, the support, the emotional labor. And then a terrifying thought enters your mind. Was I loved or was I useful? That's a brutal question, because sometimes the answer is both, but sometimes the answer is neither. Some people never loved you. They simply got used to you, got used to your kindness, got used to your forgiveness, got used to your presence, got used to knowing that no matter what happened, you would always be there. Until one day, you weren't okay anymore. And then they disappeared. People say, hard times reveal your real friends. I think that's only half true. Hard times reveal who can tolerate your pain. Because many people love happy people. Many people love successful people. Many people love strong people. But very few people know what to do with suffering. Very few people know how to sit in a room with someone who is broken. Very few people know how to love someone who has nothing left to give. That's why suffering is such a powerful filter. It removes the audience. It removes the spectators. It removes the fair-weather friends. It removes the people who only loved the easy version of you. And what remains is truth. Painful truth, but truth nonetheless. Maybe you only have one person left. Maybe you have two. Maybe you have none. And if that's where you are right now, I need you to hear this. Your loneliness is not proof that you're unlovable. It is proof that many of your relationships were built on conditions. Conditions you never knew existed. As long as you were smiling, as long as you were giving, as long as you were entertaining, as long as you were useful, the relationship survived. But the moment you needed something back, the conditions appeared. And that's why so many people become different after heartbreak. different after illness, different after loss. They stop chasing. They stop explaining. They stop begging to be chosen. Because once you've experienced abandonment, you can never again confuse attention with loyalty. You can never again confuse words with love. You can never again confuse history with commitment. You begin to understand something profound. Being surrounded is not the same as being supported. Being admired is not the same as being loved. Being needed is not the same as being valued. And one of the loneliest experiences in life is discovering that you were emotionally homeless in places you thought were home. But something beautiful happens after that realization. You become free. You stop auditioning for love. You stop trying to earn your place in people's lives. You stop overextending yourself. You stop carrying relationships by yourself. You stop being the only person making an effort. You become protective of your peace, your time, your heart, and slowly you begin to build a smaller life, but a truer one, a quieter life, but a more peaceful one. You start appreciating the people who stayed, the friend who called, the person who checked in, the one who sat with you in silence, the one who expected nothing from you. Because loyalty isn't loud. It doesn't announce itself. It doesn't post about you. It doesn't make speeches. It simply shows up again and again and again. Especially when there is absolutely nothing to gain. And one day, you'll stop mourning the people who left because you'll realize something they never intended to teach you. They didn't abandon you. They revealed themselves. They showed you who they really were. They showed you the limits of their love. They showed you the conditions attached to their loyalty. And painful as that lesson is, it's also a gift, because now you know. Now you know who your people are. Now you know who only wanted access to your light. Now you know who was only there for the benefits. And now you know who would walk through your front door when you have nothing left to offer. So let them go. Let the disappointment go. Let the fantasy go. Let the version of the relationship you created in your mind go. Because the truth is this: the people who were meant to stay, stayed. The people who were meant to love you, did. And the people who disappeared were never standing beside you in the way you thought. And maybe the greatest heartbreak of adulthood is realizing that some of the people you would have died for wouldn't inconvenience themselves for you. But maybe the greatest freedom of adulthood is finally believing them. Because once you see people clearly, you stop begging them to become who they never were. And that changes everything. Because the loneliness didn't destroy you. The silence didn't destroy you. The abandonment didn't destroy you. It introduced you to the truth. And the truth is this: you don't need a crowd. You don't need an audience. You don't need everyone. You need the few people who would still knock on your door when your world is falling apart. The few who stay. The few who call. The few who show up. Those people are your treasure. Those people are your tribe. And everyone else? They were only passing through. They never showed up. And now, you never have to wait for them again.